Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I am Mervin. Thanks for tuning in to my podcast. Today we're going to talk about this topic about dating, dating potential versus ambition. I'm gonna give y'all my perspective about this, and of course, I have a couple of video footage that I'm going to present to y'all as well too about this topic. All right, so I'm just going to start off by saying this. Okay, throughout my experience of living, and also throughout my experience of being a man, I have yet to hear any type of man say that they're looking for a woman with either potential or ambition. Now I know that's a strong claim, but I believe that it is very, very accurate. I have not heard any men say that they're looking for the potential of a woman or they're looking for the ambition of a woman. Now I'm very eager to see how many people is going to prove me wrong on this. Even me being a man, right, and me being was out in the market dating all the way up to the point I'm married now with Mrs. Urban. I wasn't out there looking for potential or ambition. Say that again. I wasn't out there looking for potential or even ambition. I was out there looking for companionship. I was out there looking for a type of woman that I believe that she would bring me comfort. She would respect me, and most importantly, that she would bring peace into my life. I didn't care about her potential or anything she had going on. Didn't care about her ambition, any type of ambition that she either achieved or had going on. I only was looking for a woman for them particular things that I just said, which is companionship, which is respect, and which is peace. And I guarantee these three things is where the average man is looking for, or probably men, period, is looking for in women. And this is the reason why I said this before. This is the reason why that I say that men do not care about women in their careers and different things like that. They don't care about their careers. They don't care about their accomplishments and none of that. Like how women care about it. We don't care about that because we're not looking for a woman for her career or her drive or her potential or ambition. We're looking for them three type things that I just mentioned. There's the one thing that men are looking for. That's them three things. But however, I have seen it in experience that women, on the other hand, is looking for dudes with either potential or with dudes with ambition or in between the both. And you want to know why women are looking for men with either potential or ambition? You want to know why? You want to know the number one reason why? And we're going to get into the videos that I'm going to present to you today to back up my claim, okay? The number one reason why women be seeking out for dudes for potential and or ambition is for one thing and for one thing only. It's not companionship. It's not respect. It's not peace. It is solely because she held the expectation for that man to be a provider, period. She want that man to be a provider. She want that man to take care of her. Then if you look at it in a common sense mentality, right, or common sense nature, right, that woman is solely looking for that man to really just retire her because of money. That's where it boils down to. That's where it boils down to. And this is the reason why you hear right now in these spaces like the one, in these feminine spaces and stuff, right? And also, in the manosphere and all these other spaces, right? The number one debate and the number one issue within these type of relationship is dealing with money. This is the reason why, modern day women with the modern day woman behavior, right? This is the reason why men be pushing back on them, because they know that these women are seeking for one thing only, that is money. They want these dudes to take care of them. This is the reason why they typically try to either go for the 1% or the 5% of men within this median range of earning. This is the reason why they kind of shun or look the other way when they see a man who's a blue collar worker or a white collar worker, either or. Because when it boils down to it, they looking for either the potential or the ambition of that man. And let's talk about this too. And I'm going to present a video. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the behavior of women seeking for potential and or ambition. Now, let's say, for example, that this man, right, he's either a blue collar or a white collar worker, right? That woman would accept that because they'll accept that as being potential. Say that again. They will accept that as being potential. Let's say, for example, this blue collar or white collar worker is making about, that's $80,000 a year. Now, $80,000 a year for a man by himself is very good for a man by himself. $80,000 a year is also pretty decent if that man decide to have a family. If he decide to get married, find a woman, have a family, have children, $80,000 is pretty substantial, long as you don't live beyond your means or trying to keep up with the Joneses. That is perfectly fine. But however, women will look at that $80,000 a year earning man as potential. The reason why they'll look at that $80,000 a year man as potential is because in their mind, their ambition is for that man to earn at least $100,000 or $100,000 a year or more. That's their ambition. Not the man ambition, but that is the women ambition for that man to earn $100,000 or more. It is also in their ambition too, depending on their mentality, depending on that woman mentality, is for that man to at least graduate and be a part of the 5% median range earner. So they label that as being ambition. But they see the 80,000 as being potential. So they will potentially go ahead and date this dude. They will potentially go ahead and possibly marry this dude. But in their mind, they're seeking for the ambition, which is that they want that dude to be at least in that 5% range that they're seeking. So they begin to motivate that dude, babe, 80,000 is a year, but I want to travel to Paris. I want to travel to Italy, Greece. I want to do all these different things. So they begin to influence that man or encourage that man to take on more financial burden. In other words, they'll start manipulating that man to seek a better job. Even though that $80,000 a year job is perfect, it is substantial, Long as they not living beyond their means, it is great. But that woman start living outside of that means. That type of woman want that dude to start living outside of me. That type of woman, instead of just getting a normal, simple home, which is work what in the marketplace for about 152,000 to 200,000. She wants to go for the mansion that's $1 million, knowing good well you can't afford it. And guess what she do? She start convincing that dude that he need to step his game up, that he need to be ambitious. He need to be ambitious enough to be a part of her dream, which is that she want that $1 million home. She want that fancy car. She want to no longer work, but make you work. And make that man work twice as hard. She want the expensive car. She want the luxury lifestyle. And she's not satisfied for average. So once again, she started manipulating that man into thinking that what he got right now is potential, instead of understanding that his whole entire career path was his ambition. That is something he really wanted to do. And he achieved it, and he's doing it. But she don't see it as his ambition. She see it as her potential. And her ambition is that she want him to be in the 5% so she can be taken care of. So she can live the lifestyle that she wants to live, or the lifestyle that she feel like that she obligated to live. So y'all can see that the difference between the two versus the man and the woman. This is the reason why I say men do not do that to women. Men do not seek potential or ambition towards a woman. A man will seek out that woman face value or how the way she is. And the only three things that man is looking for. The one three things that he is looking for is just for respect, peace, and the other third thing that I forgot. Y'all can rewind it back. But that's all he's seeking for. But that woman is the one who's seeking for potential and or ambition. So I'm gonna show y'all a series of clips, all right? And this is gonna substantiate my claim and my argument about this, that I believe that potential and ambition thing, that is only for women. Only women think about stuff like that, but men don't. And so let me present to y'all these couple of clips that I've seen on YouTube. I actually have to record it because I don't want to the stream to stop or whatever stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now here's the series of clips. Just like I said, I recorded it on my phone. All right, so I want y'all to pay attention to what the first person going to say up here. All right, and these people, this lady here, I believe she's the wife of that gospel artist. I forgot his name, Brian Cage. Yeah, I believe that's Brian Cage, right? And so she's on the show. It's kind of like I guess this is The View. It may be The View. I don't know, but I know that Tia Murray and all that on her, Tia Murray on her stuff. So let's see what they got to say. Listen very closely.
Something to say about recognizing the potential in a man. You know, if he's going to be a great father. My kids loved him. We go to church, or I met him at church.
Mm-hmm.
And
this dude look goofy as hell too, but go ahead.
all the kids will flock to him. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's something about him. So I knew he was going to be a great father. But also, if he was going to be a great provider, I knew that he was always going to, I don't know, it was something about his drive and ambition.
Ooh,
you know,
I love a man that has ambition. And I think that when we say a great provider, I'm not saying when I meet you, you have to be, a millionaire out the gate, but that you have the potential and you have ambition and you have drive and goals.
Yes.
Well, I like the word ambition.
See, Notice what both of them are saying, right? And this, once again, this substantiates my claim about it's women that seek after that. It's women that seek out the potential in or ambition. Only women does this, not men. Notice what both of them were saying. They were saying as long as this man was doing something as a starting point, eventually that man is going to get to the finishing point. Now, keep in mind, once again, they never said that this is something that this man want to do. Never said it. They never said it. They are only speaking of the things that they want. Now, the other woman in the blue, right, she's saying, she has said that I'm not looking for a millionaire, which she's capping on that. But she said, but I want him to have that drive. That's my ambition. Yeah, ambition. Meaning that she will accept the potential of him being at this certain level, this certain median range income level. She'll accept that. But she wants him to have the ambition to be on the level that she wants him to be, which is a millionaire. So she'll deal with him, getting there, but you got to get to this point. And some women will literally put a time stamp on it too. They'll literally say, I'm going to give you 2 or 3 years for you to get to the level that I want you to be at. If you don't get to the level that I want you to be at this certain time, guess what? We are getting a divorce. We're in this relationship because you're not at the level that I want you to be at. Once again, this is what women do. Only women seek out potential and or ambition. Men do not do that. All right, so let's continue.
More than potential. Potential is.
Let me rewind.
Goals.
Yes.
Well, I like
goals,
the word
please.
ambition more than potential. Potential is nice. That's
Girl.
like you could be, but ambition means you going forward, and
Yes.
that's what I look for in a man.
I agree.
You got.
Yeah, with the clapping and everything. Yep. Like I say, this clip right here, it substantiate my argument and my claim about what women are seeking with potential and ambition. Okay. So let's continue.
Good job.
Yes.
This dude right here
I
seeking.
hope you got one.
I mean,
All right, so that's that particular clip, okay? Now, this next clip that I'm going to show right here, this from another content creator, right? And I want you to listen to her perspective about potential versus ambition, and I guarantee you that it is the same exact thing, all right? She may word it a little differently, but it's the same exact thing, so let's hear it.
To this rule. My friend met her now husband when he didn't have a dime. I mean, he only had probably £50 in his account. And that wasn't always the case, but he was going through a rough time. I'm not talking about meeting someone that is currently going through a bad time. Life happens to all of us. 1 minute you're up, next minute you're down. Sometimes life is just circumstantial. So I'm not talking to someone that you meet that is now currently out of a job. I'm talking about someone that can't keep a job, let alone just being out of a job. So I think when you're looking at somebody and you're seeing if they have potential, you must look at their track record. My friend, he was once up, but she met him when he was going through a hard time. I'm not talking about hard time people, okay? I'm talking about people that have a pattern of behavior that is counterproductive to what you want in a man. It's okay, ladies. It's okay,
Notice the words that
ladies, to have standards. I have to say this because yes, a lot of people that watch my channel do have standards, but a lot of women in the world don't have standards. A lot of women will just be happy to have a man, whether he's got a job, whether he's got any plans for the future, whether he is reliable, they don't care. They just want a man. And that somebody is somebody that has very little standards. But I hope I'm talking to women who have standards or want better for their lives. And a lot of men will try and pass it off as, oh, girls are being superficial. I want a girl that will ride or die for me. I want a girl that can hold me down, like Keisha Cole held Gucci Mane down when he went to prison. No. Our mothers taught us better. We want more for ourselves. And just because it worked for her, just because it worked for Keisha in that case, does not mean that she is the rule. There are always exceptions to every rule.
All right, let's talk about it. And I'm so glad that we're looking at this next clip too, because this next clip is going, not this dude right here, but the one we just watched. This particular clip is segued into my next point, okay? There are women out here right now. There are women that they're out here right now that they'll go after what they consider as Pookies and Ray Rays, right? They'll go after these Pookies and Ray Rays, meaning that these type of dudes who don't have no type of job, they don't have no job or nothing like that, and all they want to do is, smash. Or as we call them, fuck boys. So a question you should be asking me right now is that, okay, Herbert, you already mentioned that women go after dudes with potential and or ambition. So what is up with them going after these Pookie and Ray Ray dudes? Do these Pookie and Ray Rays do not have potential ambition whatsoever? They don't got a job. They're not trying to do nothing. So how do these dudes, why do these women go after these dudes who doesn't have no potential and or ambition? The answer to that question is that they are going after them because they believe in their mind that these dudes, these Pookies and Ray Rays and stuff, have potential and or ambition. But remember earlier that I was making my claim based on financial assets, right? Meaning that at the end of the day, a woman wants a man to take her. And a woman wants a man to at least be within the 5% median earning range, right? But in this particular situation, based on behavior-wise, these type of lower level women, right, these lower level thinking women, right, they're thinking that since they are already earning a good substantial income, they're thinking that they don't need a man to take care of them financially. So they're not looking for the potential and or ambition in that Pookie and Ray Ray. But they're looking for the potential and or ambition for its relationship status. Meaning that as long as he could come in and make me feel good and smash me, that is potential. And all I have to do is groom him. The grooming part is ambition. The smashing part is potential. And as long as I could take him and I could groom him to be the type of beta male simp that I want him to be, then that's my ambition. And that's what happened, is that these women, they'll spend time and energy trying to bring out the ambition of this fuckboy, this beta male simp. And so they'll literally manipulate this dude. They'll change his style. They'll change his swagger. They'll tell him to start hanging out with more, people that she hang out with on a professional level. All these different things. And she's doing that as ambition to get him to be a certain way that she wants him to be. So still in the same exact situation, she's seeking out potential and or ambition. Same situation, but the only difference is that it's not financial potential or ambition that she's seeking from these Pookie and Ray Rays. She's seeking a more of a connection, potential, and or ambition. Because she feel like in her mind says, I'm earning this money. You don't have to worry about that. I got that. I just need to fix you. So that's why these type of women will go through the process of trying to change that dude, to try to groom that dude to be that beta male simp that they want him to be, which is their ambition. So that's the reason why. But let's continue.
If a woman says she's looking for a man with potential, that means a man with money. That's it. Potentially have a lot of money. Ambitious too. If she says she wants a man who's ambitious, have ambition to go get some money. That's it. All about the money. Straight up.
And that's true. That is true. Whenever a woman is talking about potential and ambition, she's talking about money. That's basically the core value of his money. Now, the anomaly of that is what I mentioned earlier, is when she's trying to go out there on Pookie and Ray Ray that could smash her good. The smashing part is the potential, but grooming him to be a beta male simp, that's the ambition. All right?
Now, I mean, you can wake up tomorrow and be better than you were yesterday. All you have to do is put maybe a little bit more effort into it. Maybe not sit on the couch today, but go for a walk or something simple like that. But how many of us have the ambition to achieve goals and dreams that go far beyond our potential? That's where you need to be focusing, not on a person's potential, but on a person's ambition. Because it's not enough to just sit on the couch and talk about what you want to do, what you aspire to be. Because couch potatoes don't get to where they aspire to be by just sitting where they are and remaining stagnant. That's not the way that you should live your life, honestly. If you want to be great, if you want to accomplish great things, be it a doctor, be it a lawyer, be it a preacher, a teacher, or even something as running an Ironman or a marathon or a 5K, to accomplish any of those things, you have to have the ambition. You have to have the drive to get up and do something, whether it be start training for those marathons, Ironmans, whether it be start studying, filling out an application to go back to school, filling out an application for that new dream job that you've always wanted and dreamed about, but never have put the effort to get there. These are things that require ambition. It's not enough to simply have the potential to become something. You have to have the ambition to drive you there. You have to want to seek out those things and seek out those accomplishments and claim them.
Now the reason why I say this clip for last is because this content creator, she was talking in general, all right? She was talking in a general sense about a man and a woman trying to seek out ambition, okay? Meaning that if it's something that you desire in your life, you should already not only be thinking about it, but you should be making moves and making plans and make that thing manifest into your immediate reality, into your immediate space. But she's talking about that in general, okay? But at the same time, like I stated earlier with my client, right? A woman's potential and or ambition is different from a man's ambition or potential. In most cases, when a man know who he is, when a man know his purpose, when a man know what he's going to do, he's going to automatically, by his nature, he's going to do it. He don't need to be inspired to do it. He is going to do it. Period. He don't need to be motivated by no woman or no outside source, by no spirituality, none of that. He's going to do it. Period. Because it's in a man's divine nature to go out and be, as we call, go-getters, okay? Because that's part of our nature, is to be that protector and provider, you know, and different things like that. When a man's in his purpose. So the whole issue is that once when that man is in his purpose and he's doing exactly what makes him happy, right? The issue is that women will look at what he's doing, right, and say that it is not good enough because they're seeking more. You know what? This lady, she's she got on her that she's a Christian YouTuber, and this actually remind me of the one biblical story about Adam and Eve, and this story perfectly goes with what we're talking about. Adam was according to the Bible, Adam was in his purpose of doing exactly what he was supposed to be doing. But it was Eve. It was Eve, that woman, who sit up there and said, you know what? What he's doing not good enough. We need more. So she went out and seek to find something better when they had everything. They had everything that they could possibly want, desire, and needed to sustain a perfectly normal life. It was already given to them. And Adam was working towards doing everything. But that woman, she said that it wasn't good enough. She said what he was doing wasn't good enough. And so she ended up going seeking out. Then once when she seek it out, she was deceived, thinking that this plan that she sought out was the best course solution for the overall union, for the overall relationship. But guess what? They ended up fucking up everything. Then on top of that, she went back and manipulated that dude into saying like, hey, this is the best course solution. You need to do this. It's your potential. In other words, it's your potential, Adam, that you're doing these things. It's your potential, Adam, that you up in the garden and, you're naming animals and, we got everything you need. That's potential, Adam. And I'm cool with the potential. But my ambition is that I want even more. I want wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Which at the time, she didn't even know what wisdom and knowledge was until it was presented to her as something more. Y'all understand? Y'all see where I'm going with this? She didn't know nothing about, she didn't even know what wisdom and knowledge was. It wasn't even mentioned in the Bible about wisdom and knowledge or anything until she was presented with that. And so she look at this like, oh man, this is ambition right here. This is something great. This is something that that's going to supersede everything that we got going on. And she took that information, fed it to her husband, manipulated that dude, and it caused chaos. Caused them to lose the very thing that man was set. His ambition was already set in stone of what he was supposed to be doing. Already set in stone. And that woman ruined that. This is exactly what I'm talking about on this podcast, is that there are women right now who have the same type of mentality, that they think that long as we carry this thing about potential and ambition, and I manipulate that man to think that he constantly need potential and ambition to make me happy, not to make us happy, but to make me happy. How selfish is that? I mean, how selfish is that for real? To me, that is very selfish. To me, that is very, very selfish. That is very unrealistic. Then to top it off, when that dude don't meet the standards, like I told y'all earlier, that it be women who actually put a time stamp on it too. If that dude don't meet your standards, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna sabotage that relationship. You're gonna do what you feel like you're entitled to do, which is to exercise your rights. You would terminate that relationship. And this is the reason why too, fellas, this is the reason why too, that in this country, the divorce rates is high. It's not because of us as men, but it's because of women who have that mentality of carrying this burden of potential and or ambition, or both. Instead of recognizing the truth of that. And here's the truth. And I'm going to be dead ass serious about this. No woman should be seeking after a man potential and or ambition, period. Or let me rephrase this. No woman should be seeking out a man potential and or ambition that you want him to have. No woman should be seeking out the potential and or ambition that you want that dude to have, because that's where it boils down to. But it would be more profitable for that woman to be automatically in line with that dude potential and or ambition where he's at right now. If that dude is happy being in the 80,000 a year range, and he's happy with that, and he's doing everything possible to be a provider, protector, and all these things, why seek more? Be happy and content with that. Just be happy and satisfied with that, because I guarantee that he is. I have not met no type of man who never was satisfied with where they at, depending on where they are. I met every type of man that if they was earning $50,000 a year, that was happy. I done met dudes who was poor, who earn like $30,000 or less a year, and they are happy with that. They are happy with that. So wherever level they at, that's where they happy at. As long as they're doing their part to provide and doing the things that they need to necessarily do as a man and as a husband, then there shouldn't be no reason whatsoever that you sit up here trying to manipulate this dude to try to get more because you want more. It's men out here right now who are literally working themselves to death, working 2 or 3 jobs. Not because they're ambitious, they're trying to start something. Like, say, for example, they're working 2 or 3 jobs so they could save that and create a business, you know what I'm saying, with that. But they just need the money to get it started up. Not because of that. They're working 2 or 3 jobs because they got a woman who's not satisfied. And so that woman then manipulated that dude to saying, I need more. Because there is a certain type of lifestyle that I want to live and you're not providing for me, and I'm giving you this certain time stamp to get it done. So that dude, being in his nature, being a provider and a protector and all stuff there, he was like, oh, well, fine. So he'll sit here work 2 or 3 jobs, working himself to death just to please that woman. so she could be happy. But ladies, I want to let y'all know that if you're doing that to the dudes that you're talking to, you're dating and or you're married to, and you're doing that to them, and you seeing them working themselves to death, working 2 or 3 jobs just to sustain your selfish lifestyle that you want to live, I'm gonna be real with you. The hell with you. Because that is unrealistic and that is not fair to that dude. And to top it off, once when that dude passed away, guess what? Guess what that woman gonna do? She's gonna go to that Social Security office and claim that on survivor's benefit. And she's still benefiting off of that. Even after this dude is dead and gone, she's still benefiting from that. And so this dude done worked himself to death and died. Working 2 or 3 jobs just to satisfy this woman. And the most that she can do is to constantly manipulate that dude. She'll probably, give something in return every now and then. Like, maybe get him a big piece of chicken every now and then. She probably top him off, you know what I'm saying, with some sex probably about once or twice a month, That's to keep him going, so she keep the manipulation going. But she's seeing that dude is literally tired. That dude body is decaying. And she don't even care. Because it's all about her. So this is the reason why I'm saying on this podcast today that only women seek out potential and or ambition to men. I mean, for men, because it's not for the man to be ambitious or, whatever. It's because of their selfish desire that they want to live a certain type of lifestyle in a certain income level. It's because of them. But however, the men do not do that. Just like I say, I have not heard any type of man ever said that I'm going out and try to seek for a woman who's got potential or any ambition. I never heard a man say that. The only thing that I have heard men say is that, what did you bring it to the table? But the only reason why men say that, and I'm going to be real with y'all, the only reason why men have that argument about what you bring it to the table is because of who? Women. Because women the one who started that argument about bringing it to the table. And it's all, once again, based on my claim about the potential and or ambition. It's because of the women mentality about the potential and or ambition. They the one who started that. And so now we like, man, look, you ain't finna be on just using and bruising us. So if that be the case, shoot, what are you doing? What are you bringing? And 100% of the time, every woman say the same as that thing. Say the same as that bull crap. I'm bringing me. I'm all that you need. How selfish is that? I'm bringing me. This is all you need right here. How selfish is that? That is selfish as hell. So I talked about the problem. I talked about the accountability part. Now let's talk about the solution, and we be done with this podcast. Now the solution is simple. The solution is women. Get it out your head trying to manipulate these dudes to have potential and or ambition for you. For whatever it is that you're seeking. And to accept where that dude is at. If you sit up here and chose that dude to be in a relationship with that dude, wherever he's at, I guarantee that he's happy where he's at before he met you. I guarantee he's happy there. So it's for you to accept that. Accept where he's at. And the only other thing you can bring is the things I mentioned, which is respect and peace. That's it. So, what y'all think about this podcast topic tonight? Do you agree with me with my perspective on this, or do you disagree with my perspective on this? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. All right. Until then, I'll see y'all again on the next episode. Peace out, y'all.